Would this drone flight get the cops called? Someone said they were flying the drone in a neighborhood about 5 feet up, following their friend on a scooter. Then a neighbor hits them with, "You can't fly over my property," and threatens to call the police, like she's done before. The drone pilot says it's an uncontrolled airspace, the drone's under 249 grams, and they kept it in visual line of sight. So who's in the right? Well, let's break it down. In the US, the FAA controls navigable airspace, so a property owner generally can't create their own personal no-fly zone just because a drone passes over their property. And from what was described here, it doesn't even sound like they were hovering over the neighbor's backyard or her house, which makes the statement of "don't fly over my property" pretty weak in this situation. If they were flying low to surveil, harass, or capture privacy-invading images, that could still lead to privacy or nuisance issues depending on state or local laws, even if the flight itself appears FAA compliant. But again, based on this situation, that doesn't really sound like what was happening. Now, the under 249 grams part doesn't really matter much here, besides the fact that if they were flying recreationally, they generally wouldn't need to register the drone. It doesn't give them any other special rights, and it doesn't suddenly make the flight legal or illegal by itself. It also doesn't sound like they were flying over their friend, which recreational pilots can't do anyway, so that part doesn't seem to be the issue either. And if they were to post that footage online, that also wouldn't automatically put them into the commercial flying category. Just putting a video on social media doesn't instantly change the flight. But if the whole purpose was creating content for a business, brand, or monetized channel, that could push it out of purely recreational flying. So let's assume that they're flying recreationally and they've done it the right way. They have their trust certificate, they're following basic safety rules, and they're not flying over random people. If an officer shows up, the best play is simple. You land the drone, you stay calm, and you be respectful. They would explain that they're flying for fun, they're keeping it in visual line of sight, avoiding people and cars, and they're not flying over anyone's backyard or hovering around someone's house. The best case is that the officer should see that they know the rules, they're being careful, and they weren't actually doing what the neighbor is accusing them of. And if the officer tells them to stop flying there or to move to a different spot, they should just comply in the moment. They can sort out the who's right part later. The goal is to not escalate and to not give anyone a reason to label what they're doing as reckless. So overall, based on what was described, it sounds very unlikely that the neighbor was right here. Let us know what you think about this situation in the comments and how you would approach it. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future drone videos. Until next time, blue skies and safe flying.